All right, so in a nutshell, back in 2016, I packed up all my bags and moved from New York City to Los Angeles with just a camera and a car packed with anything I could fit inside it. At the time, I barely knew how to take photos, but I knew that I wasn't meant to sit behind a desk job, even though I was making over six figures, and I wanted to give this content thing a shot before it was the cool thing to do. And so far, I co-own a successful production company. We have over 7 employees. I got 2 partners. I have cleared 6 figures over the past 7 years. And recently I bought my childhood JDM dream car with cash. And you might be asking, all right, Jay, what the hell is the point? Why are you telling me this? It's because simply at the start of this new year in 2025, I told myself I want to share everything that I've learned with those of you who are willing to put in the work. A lot of you message me on Instagram all the time. I always take time to answer your questions, and I want to see you just as successful as I am. And to be honest, I'm nowhere near where I want to be as my end goal. And that's the whole point of this. We're doing this together. We're learning together. And today I'm about to put you onto something, and it has blown my clients' minds away, and now I'm using it for everything. And that's ChatGPT Pro. Now, don't click off the video, because what I'm gonna be showing you today is something that if you're not implementing in your current pre-production or any of your type of work, you're gonna get left behind. And I know you watching this have heard it before. And the reason why I'm not gatekeeping this shit is because I know over half of you aren't even gonna take the time to try this out because it costs maybe 20 bucks a month, even though that's a business write-off. A lot of you aren't gonna do this, and that's why I wanna share it, because those of you who are hungry enough to implement this into your workflow, you're gonna win bids when you're bidding on agency gigs, you're gonna impress clients, you're gonna go that little bit extra that's really not gonna be that crazy, and your clients are just gonna appreciate it that much more, and you don't wanna be left in the dust. So today I'm gonna be showing you how we generate images in ChatGPT Pro. Like I said, it's like 20 bucks a month. It's a write-off, just sign up for it. So you can get storyboarding, mood boarding, shot listing, thumbnails even. Like my last bunch of thumbnails, I've used like this method to create these images. So when we're bidding on a project, or we're making a media kit for a client, a pitch deck, or we're just making a shot list, and after using different sources and websites like iCandy, FrameSet, and Shot Deck, we can't find that angle, that focal distance, that perfect frame that we want our client to see or our crew to see as a reference image. We've been making them in ChatGPT 4 Pro. Now, my buddy of mine, Richie Films, directed a commercial that I was DPing on for a really cool speaker company. And when he showed me this shot list, I was mind blown. I was like, bro, how did you get that consistency for every single image and the exact angle, the focal? And at the end of the day, I know you know this, it comes down to the prompt. And that's what I'm gonna be sharing with you today, my go-to prompts to really dial these in. Now, some of you may not know, but ChatGPT learns your style over time, whether it's your scripting, your shot listing. I mean, it's to the point where I could generate these images and ChatGPT will automatically, if I ask it to, shot list and script a scene for me. And it's 90% there. And even with these images that I'm gonna be manipulating and creating, it's not always gonna be perfect, but if you know a little bit of Photoshop skills, and I'm very proficient in Photoshop, we can get it there with just a couple tweaks, and you guys are about to be mind blown. All right, so we are in ChatGPT, and if we hover over this section right here, you guys can see which model I'm using. Now I'm using GPT 4o for like research, scripting, even like YouTube videos where I want to take information from Reddit, other YouTube videos and stuff like that. The O3 Mini, that one's really cool because it takes a little bit longer, but it really does some analytical research and stuff like that. So if you want to generate keywords, SEO, stuff like that, that's the model that you want to use. But To create these images, we're just using GPT 4o. Like I mentioned, I think it's like 20 bucks. It's really not that expensive, guys. Just write it off. This is a game changer. You're gonna watch me do it in just a second. So what we do is we create these shot lists, and I have already made prompts, because if I was going to do this raw, we'd be here for hours. So I want you guys to see how detailed my prompts are, and hopefully it'll give us something that we don't like, so I could show you how I counter that image that I created and get the result that I'm looking for. So being that Microsoft Xbox has been one of our clients in the past, where we're promoting either the controller, the Game Pass, the console, let's pretend that we're going to come up with some shots for a shot list for a Microsoft Xbox campaign. And we're back to school, college time, and we want to showcase some college kids playing in a dorm or apartment environment. So what I'm going to do is, now this might sound silly to you guys, I swear it's going to work though. I want you guys to close your eyes while I read this prompt, and I want you, while listening to the prompt, I want you to envision what the end result that ChatGPT is going to create for us. And let me know in the comments below, please, 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 please let me know in the comments below how close this image is. So if we copy and paste my prompt, and I'm going to leave you the prompt in the description so you could use this as a template and figure this stuff out. So close your eyes. I'm going to read it to you right now, and then we're going to see what it could generate. Hey, chat. And I like to say please, because if AI ever takes over, I don't want to be in an iRobot situation. I want them to skip over me and murk everybody else, you know? So I'm nice to this. I have some friends that treat this thing like it's their bitch, but I'm not going to do that because I want to be nice. God forbid AI ever takes over. So let's, from the top, you guys close your eyes. Hey, chat, please create a 16:9 image for a commercial shot list. This first image is a opening hero shot establishing our scene, talent, and product. This is a front-facing composition in a college apartment location with two friends sitting on a couch playing video games. The scene has a teal and orange palette and overall college vibes. This image is shot on a 24mm full frame lens and is a low wide angle shot. We have warm light coming in through one window as well. One of our talent is a 20-year-old Asian college student wearing a gray t-shirt, jeans, and a beanie. He is clean shaven and has a blue Xbox controller in his hand with a smile on his face. Our other talent is a 20-year-old white male in a blue hoodie and backwards black baseball hat and khaki pants. He has a lime green controller in his hand with an intense stare at the screen. So we're gonna hit enter, give it a second. Now you guys can open your eyes and let's see how close this comes out when we generate this image. And here we go. Looks pretty good for our first shot. I could deal with the controller and the game in the foreground. Honestly, at the end of the day, and I'm gonna have others up here that I've created with this same prompt, and let's prompt it to make 2 more versions. Hey chat, please give me 2 more versions of the prompt above. Just for shits and giggles, let's see if we get a better image, but this one is looking really good. Now, some of you might be like, why the Asian person? First and foremost, in 2025, we're all about diversity. If you can't get on board with other races and people, just unsubscribe from this channel. I don't even want to have that conversation, but I just want you guys to know like how detailed I'm being. We're going to be getting that result. Now, it didn't put the beanie on his head. Not the end of the world. Like I said, this is a reference image for my crew, for myself the day of the shoot, and for our client to just see. And this looks so good. Like, look at them being backlit by that nice warm light. It nailed the color palette. The Xbox controllers are in their hand, and we even have like a dorm room or an apartment set up. They got a PC in the background with a TV, some Call of Duty posters on the wall, just a bunch of games on the wall. Like, it's pretty badass, and I know you guys are gonna really like this. Now, here are two other images. Now, these are more 45, they're not direct frontals. So let's tell that to chat. Hey chat, these are great, but can we please create the image directly from the front of our two guys in the scene? So let's just coach it a little bit. Let's see if we get the result that we're looking for. If not, we can always copy and paste the original prompt and see if it spits out something else. But more or less, this is the first time. And here we go. Give me one more version. Now they got another friend in the background, right? Like, but more or less, we're getting there. It's coming together well. And at the end of the day, it does not need to be perfect. These are reference images. And if they're getting you closer to what you want on your shoot than, say, from the sources you're pulling with Shot Deck, Frame Set, and Eye Candy, well, your client's gonna think this is dope. And it's pretty cool. And look at here. I don't know what this is in the foreground. I could download this image, whether I hit this download button in the top right corner or I drag and drop into a folder. But I could pull this into Photoshop and generative fill that right out in 2 seconds if I want to, you know? So this is looking great. It's a great start. Look at the slash of light now coming in, and we got some edge light on his face. I mean, it's literally super crazy like that we can create these images. Like, we have Rembrandt lighting. Look at the triangle under his eye. Like, this shit blows my mind. It's not perfect. Sometimes you get a third arm, a third eye, I don't know, but it's just only gonna get better. Now the controller, one of them has a cord, one's not lime green like I had asked for. There's like some weird lime green boxy control in the front of the foreground. At the end of the day, these are just references. I usually have like 2 or 3 for each shot if I can't really nail it, but most of the time we're getting a lot closer. Now, I know I said for you watching this to close your eyes. Let me know in the comments below, how good of a job did it do with just a little bit more of a detailed prompt? I don't know how you're prompting ChatGPT, but the more info you could feed it, the better result you're gonna get. And over time, it's gonna learn your style. So when I create these, it's picked up and remembered everything in the past that I've told it, right? So it's already creating that scene. It's already knowing how I like these images developed. And overall, by giving it more time, you're gonna get better results. So let's copy and paste, because I have my notes up, our second prompt, because this one's gonna be a little bit different. And like I said, these are in the description below. If you wanna check them out, copy them, save them to your notes, go for it. That's what the whole point of this video is about. We're not gatekeeping shit. Hey chat, please take the information above. And now for our next image in our shot list. This image is a close-up top-down of the Microsoft Xbox controller, either blue or green, so I'm letting it do its thing, with one of our talent's thumbs on the joystick and the other thumb on the A button playing the game while holding the Microsoft Xbox controller. This can be on a 50mm full frame lens for reference. So let's hit enter, let ChatGPT do its thing. Don't let me down, chat. And boom. Now this isn't a top down. So let's tell chat, hey chat, I want a top down of this image created with a perspective from above looking down. I know it's kind of repetitive telling it twice, but I'm hoping that it's gonna understand what I wanted originally by giving it that second prompt. So let's see what it cooks up. And boom, there we have it. Look at that. We got shadows. You can even see the direction in which the light's coming from. Chat, this is great. Please make another version like this with a lime green controller and show more depth past our talent's legs. Let's see if it's gonna do that, because we actually had a Xbox controller commercial that we did, and it was all top-down shots of different gamers playing games. And the challenge that Microsoft wanted us to have is layers of depth past the controller, and so far so good. And if I wanted to, I could bring this into Photoshop, get rid of that cable in 2 seconds. Hey chat, give me one more version. Now, the one thing I'm having trouble with, and let me know in the comments below, is I want for my shot list images, well, not necessarily want, but I would appreciate, and so would my clients, if the consistency has been there with like the scene. So I love to be able to create different shots, but it's in the same apartment. Now, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna give you something very similar, very close. So let's just see. And like by giving it these little tweaks, you could just dial everything in a little bit more. So after this image, I'm gonna go ahead and create our next prompt. I think there's 2 more, but I just want you guys to see how easy this is. It really isn't that hard. So this one's cool too. It's definitely it's not a direct top down, but it's showing the depth and whatnot. I wish it was a TV instead of a computer screen. But once again, if our focal is just the hands with the button placement, this is just a really cool reference. And by going this a little bit extra, your client's just like, how'd you guys create these? Like, we're not doodling on sketchboards. I can't draw. I'm very creative. I've tried drawing. I used to doodle on a scrapbook and shit back in the day. I'm just not that guy. But this is great. It is great. It's so easy to do. I just can't believe this. Now, another pro tip for you guys is, say you're not getting the image that you want. If you're not able to just overall create something, what you could do is click on this plus button. And if you have a reference image, you can upload it from your computer and give it a prompt like, hey chat, use this image as inspiration, and then whatever you want to make that prompt, and it's going to spit something out. All right, here we go. Chat, please now create an over-the-shoulder medium image for our shot list taken on a 35mm full-frame sensor. This image showcases our 2 friends from earlier with their backs toward the camera and a big TV in front of them playing NBA 2K. Chat, use the other images in our shot list series that we've created today as reference for consistency. This image should have 2 friends sitting on the couch with the back of the couch and them facing the camera while we can see NBA 2K in focus on the TV between them. So we got like a 2 up and we're shooting in between them, seeing the TV. Hopefully you can get some depth. Our subjects are a little bit out of focus. Like I said, I want some depth, and the TV is our main focal point. Once again, in the same college dorm and color palette. Let's see what this can do. Hopefully it nails it. This one was a little bit tricky for me. I had to really work the prompt, but I'll show you guys, like I said, for all these prompts, multiple images I've created at the end. So you guys could see the variety of just basically everything we're doing. It's sick. It's sick. Now, this is pretty cool. I don't mind that there's a friend on the computer. I don't like the head stacked or the bunk beds, but like more or less this frame right here, this dirty frame. Now, I don't think we have an Asian person anymore. Like I said, there's nothing being racist. I could have picked any ethnicity. I just want to show you how detailed those prompts could be. That's not him, but that's okay. Hey chat, give me 2 more versions. This is awesome. Let's not have bunk beds and make it into a trendy bachelor's apartment. Clearly I can't type today. That's okay. We got YouTube University. Let's let that run and see what it is that it could create. That's pretty cool. Now that definitely does not feel like a college dorm room at all. that looks like a high rise in New York City or something, but it's cool. And it just goes to show you that you can get some really killer results. Now this, do you guys even see the halation right here? Don't ask me how, but we got some nice motivated light through a window. I mean, the lighting hitting them is on the key side. We got dark shadows on the right side. This image is so damn beautiful. I can never find something like this on Shot Deck, you know, like I couldn't find something like this on FrameSet, but we just created it, guys. We literally just created this shit. How cool is that? You guys gotta be proud of yourself, because I cannot wait. And tag me on Instagram if you guys even want to. I want to see what it is that you are creating. So I'm very happy with this one. So we're gonna just leave that. I think that's a PlayStation controller, maybe not. I don't know if the Xbox have those. That looks like a PS4 controller or 5 controller. All right, let's take our last prompt. I know this video is getting long and I want to show you the other images I've created, and they'll be at the end of the video in a second. So let's just copy and paste this one. Let's read it out. Chat, the next shot is going to be a front 45 image of the two friends, with one standing cheering as he's winning the game and the other sitting on the couch bummed that he's losing, with a face palm gesture. I don't know if it's going to be able to do this. I haven't tried this one out, so let's just hit enter, because I don't want every prompt to be dialed before I give you guys like that tip. So let's just make sure we can troubleshoot live, and I'll show you how I troubleshoot live to really nail this down once it's done. And that's pretty cool. Almost there. Chat, make sure our two talent have controllers in their hands and we're still in that college apartment. I literally just don't think I could type and say things out loud at the same time. I don't know. You know us men. We could do we can't multitask, and apparently I can't today. So let's see what it creates for us. Don't let me down, chat. Don't let me down. Come on, baby. Let's go. Cook. That's pretty cool. Now, I wish the TV wasn't like that, so let's coach it a little bit more. Hey, chat, can we be on a 45-degree angle? Maybe if we give it a little bit more information, and they're facing the TV. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Now, he's not standing. Once again, this is just a reference, but this is what I'm looking for more. Now, I would like to swing out a little bit more 45, but at the end of the day, as long as you, the crew, and your client know the shot and it's written down on the shot list as well, these are very usable reference images. Now, our people have changed, the clothing has changed. Like, if we wanted to make it consistent, I could sit here all day, but that's not the point of this video. This video is literally just to show you guys. This video is literally just to show you at home watching this how easy it is, and I cannot wait to see how creative you all get using this to your advantage. Okay, so we're almost done here. Thank you so much if you made it this far. So before I show you all the other different images that I created from our prompts earlier, so you could see the variety of different ones that you can get results wise, I did upload a thumbnail that I created for our Formula Drift homie Mike Power of him sitting. This was like his last interview on his YouTube channel, him sitting in front of his Formula Drift car. There's some cars in the background. It's really, really cool. You guys could check it for reference, but what I'm basically doing is I dragged and dropped it into ChatGPT, and I'm saying, hey chat, using the uploaded image as reference, please create an anime style of this with JDM cars in the background on lifts and our talent sitting in front of the car. So let's see, just from the first prompt ever, what it is that it can do. Now, it's gonna be a little bit slower. It's gonna analyze the image, you know, looking for different key components, whether it's people, cars, whatever the aesthetic may be, and it's going to try to recreate something just with like an anime cartoon style image. So let's see what we get out of this. All right, so we have another one. What do we got? Like a little S15, S13. That looks like a skyline of some sort, maybe. Like, we're getting there. And this one's pretty cool too. Like, we got another JDM car with the pop-up headlights. We got our Talon sitting in the front being backlit by the sun. We got overhead lights, another car in the lift. It just goes to show you, like, you can create some really cool art. You could really use this to your advantage. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this. Are you using this? If so, if you got any prompts for me, I shared some with you. Let everybody know in the comments below. I'm Jason Anthony. That wraps up today's video. Once again, I'm the Automotive DP. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.